All right, it's Tecmo Tuesday time. Time to play some football, and it's time to start the fourth quarter of the season, the 92 season that we're playing here as the Colts. And we've got the New England Patriots this week. We'll just take a quick look at our division standings here. Tied with the Bills at 9-3 each. Coming off of a gut check win over them. Patriots are 5-7, which isn't as bad. I mean, they're it's crazy that they have the same record as Miami. Miami underachieving this year, big time. It's really just obviously between Bills and Colts here. But the Patriots are looking to play spoiler here against us, especially since we beat them in heartbreaking fashion for them with that miracle touchdown. All right, so we'll auto skip. We've got a few games here before ours. Rams beat. That was Dallas beat Denver. San Francisco beats Miami. Houston beat Chicago. The Browns lose to Cincinnati. The Redskins lose to the Giants. The Raiders beat the Chiefs. Eagles beat Minnesota. Steelers beat the Seahawks. And now here we are. So really nothing. Well, not really. I mean, I shouldn't say nothing important. I mean, the Oilers and Bengals. The Bengals. Look at this goddamn division. Everybody has a winning record. Everybody's looking pretty good. This division is the opposite. Nobody's even at 500. It's almost, if it wasn't for us being at 9-3, this division right here, the Central, could conceivably have all four teams make it into the playoffs. Instead, whoever finishes last is probably going to be, 9-7, 10-6, maybe. And meanwhile, you'll get like an 8-8 or even 7-9 team winning this division. Yeah, that's how it goes. Whatever. Not worried about that shit. The task at hand is the Patriots, and because of the fact that it worked last week, it was some. I'm gonna check the physical condition of my my running backs because they're the weak link of this offense, and I ignored it for the longest time. I finally paid attention. I finally decided to check on it last week because of how goddamn slow they were. So Culver's in good, Anthony Johnson's in good, Clark is in shit, and Carthon is excellent. I'm gonna leave Carthon in there. I'm gonna leave him in there. If he's still gonna be excellent, then great. Anyway, so long story short, I had refrained from checking the physical conditions and bothering to do anything about it because last season I fucked up. I swapped out Jeff George for Trudeau because his physical condition was bad, and I figured, okay, well, I'll have better luck with Trudeau, and maybe that is the case. Maybe things would have been even worse with George, but as soon as I put Trudeau in, threw a pick, we coughed up a double-digit lead, a 2-score lead, and lost the game. And that was, every win matters. All right. I'm gonna watch out for this Turner character. I ran right into the blocker. I was trying to dive. I mean, it didn't matter. It would have been a first down anyway. Kind of shuffle the deck around between position play. Jesus, Hugh Millen has some balls today. He's either showing some balls or he just does not trust anybody. I figured I would fall back in that situation because in case everybody missed. All right, we got a pick. Oh, I thought I had a nice little opening there. I mean, I did have room in front of the guy. Oh, shit. Everybody's covered. Everybody's covered. Ugh. You know, that dipshit was standing there. You know, throw a block, asshole. Make some guys miss. Damn it. So close. Ugh. Oh man, Stark got leveled. Oh man, what a punt. He's the best in the business, this guy. Don't like to call on him too much, you know? It's not, you don't want to be punting, but if you have to. Yeah, another pick! That's Baylor again. I actually had him selected, but I wasn't really, I kind of gave up the control, not gave up the control, but I didn't want to move him around when he was in the midst of potentially being in position. Let's see if we can get a first down here. We got 2 picks and nothing to show, well, 2 picks and nothing to show for. We haven't seen the results of this drive yet, so. Shit. Oh, I thought I was going to throw a pick. Double coverage. Alright, there we go. Alright, we're going to have first and goal here to start the second quarter. I'll give Culver another shot, because I think I wouldn't say he got robbed, but I felt like I had a better, play. Oh! Alright, well, at least he got it back to the line of scrimmage. I'll give him that. Will Carthon up the middle. Ugh! Yes! Oh, man, those guys are closing in. And the cheap shot at the end of the play. What the hell? Yeah, Culver had two plays. One, he got tripped up from behind just, like, by his shoelaces. And then he got swarmed by the whole defense. And then that time, you know, at least he got himself some points there to start the first score of the game. Was that touchdown, so... At least we turned one turnover into some points. So far so good for the defense. I'm not gonna, you know, count any kind of chickens here or anything. Oh man, I got flattened. Oh man, everybody's missing. Damn it, they all missed. You know, as soon as I say, oh, you know, good job defense, you know, attaboy, they turn around and fuck it up. Immediately. So, I mean, obviously part of that's on me. I had a control of a guy who got completely flattened, but... You know, it was a group effort, you know, to fuck that all up. We work hard for that touchdown, and then within one play, they go and tie it. But hey, we got in really good field position here to start this next drive. One thing about being this close to the goal line, though, is like the field gets cut significantly. You know, it's not like you have all that wide open space. Because everybody is covered. Is George really gonna run for a touchdown? Nope. Really close though. Oh shit, they all came into the... Alright, there we go. They were all piled through at once. I do regret, though, I should have... I didn't notice how close we were getting to halftime just now. I should have, after that last play, let the time tick a little bit, but, I mean... You know, That would have only been a few seconds. I probably just jinxed it. I probably, you know, watch. They'll get to within field goal range or some shit on a play because they had those extra few seconds. That's my, you know, prediction. I'm trying to reverse jinx it here. Wait, that's the same fucking play. It's the same fucking play, and I got flattened again. You motherfuckers! Ugh. Yeah, look at that. See, if I would have shaved off another 8 seconds, they'd only have 43 right now. Alright. You know, it's like, I mean, it was good that we broke up the pass, but I really felt like, you know, we had a chance for a sack there. And instead of an incompletion, they threw it up. Fumble it. Oh, man, I got knocked on my ass. Pick good this time because prior just keeps getting annihilated. Alright, broke that one up. Wide left. Not today. Just do a, take a shot, why not? Are you kidding me? Langhorn catches it in triple coverage. Wow. We are good at this shit. And that's gonna piss off the... I wish that the Patriots could get, like, shit like this happen to them on a weekly basis. Fuck them. So... yeah, that's the second Hail Mary that we've pulled off against these Patriots in this season. Even though this was a halftime, Hail Mary. Wasn't, you know, as necessary, but, you know, you go up 14 instead of up 7. That's a huge, you know, feather in the cap. So maybe we can, you know, just put the game on ice here on this drive. And that's not a good way to start it with, you know, getting blitzed up the middle like that. Alright, here we go. Circulate the ball down the field. I haven't gotten it to cash yet today. Alright, we're in a really good spot here. In field goal range, so a field goal would put this, make this into the 3-score game. Oh, stretched out and got the first. I just went head on to that one. I saw all those linebackers closing in, but I figured, all right, I'm not going to go east-west and lose yardage. I'll just, you know, just go straight and see what happens. George breaking tackles. All right, I don't want to get the guy hurt here either. All right, here we go. 3rd down. I'm running Carthon to the right, and I got all those. I got the fullback and the receiver there to pave the way, and yeah, it's just gonna be complete annihilation in the backfield. Oh well, that was it was well. Let's kick the field goal here before I call this drive a success. All right, so now we're up 3 scores, and we killed some clock. Like we killed half the quarter. Basically, more than half the quarter. Go back to good. Oh, man, everybody's open. Damn it! Starving Marvin Cook. They're going to look to try to pull a similar comeback here against us. Let's not let that happen. Alright, let's start with a nice sack there by Radisic, or I cannot pronounce his name. Or maybe I did, I don't know. I'm uncertain about it, let's put it that way. Yeah, that was an ill-advised pass. Take the linebacker this time. Oh, are you kidding me? He made that catch in double coverage? Alright, it actually, yeah, I was going to say, it makes sense to kick the field goal here, go down 14. So that keeps them in the game. You know, the Tecmo AI doesn't take those into, like, the score into account like that. When if the computer is trailing in the fourth quarter, Verdon goes down again. These returners have a tough, you know, it is realistic in the sense that, you know, the kick returns and the punt returns are, you know, hell on wheels for these guys. All right, so even though Clark is in bad, I don't want to, I'll put him in because I don't want to have, well, you know what, I'll put, Johnson's in good condition. I'll put him in there. He's just, you know, slower, so it's like, whatever. I lost my train of thought. Oh, I remember what it was. The Tecmo AI will always go for it if it's the fourth quarter. Jeff George is going to get the first down. I meant to go out of bounds right there, too. I just got a little greedy and wanted to get that extra yard. Let the time tick. That's the one thing about going out of bounds, though. The clock would have stopped. So, anyway, yeah. If the computer's down 10 points, let's say, in the fourth quarter, and it's like 4 minutes left, they won't kick a field goal knowing that, you know, you'll get to within 7. You're going to have to score again anyway. So, like, why not take the 3? But, you know, that's like a lot of programming and shit. A lot to ask of the Nintendo. And Carthon making his presence felt again. Kill some more time. Man, they snuff that play out every time. I mean, I don't know if it's maybe these linebackers, like these Patriot linebackers are pretty good. I know Andre Tippett's still on this team, so there's that. But, I mean, I don't know if, like, because I think I've had some decent success with that play. Like, not any major big gains, but at least, you know, some yardage here and there. It's not an explosive play by any stretch. I gotta tell you, these Pats are covering... Oh! I was baiting the defender into covering him, and I thought I had him. I had the receiver with I had a step on him, and I might miss this. No, I got it. All right, I was close enough. Close enough. I mean, even if I would have missed that, this would be a lot to ask of the Patriots to come back from, but to score quickly twice. But, well, here's one way to do it. Get yourself into field position quick. But we've seen crazier things happen. We've seen crazier things happen playing against this very team. So I'm going to just drop back and try to prevent a big play from happening. Because that's the one thing that could hurt us is a quick score. And then, you know, it gives you a chance with some time left to go for another one after an onside or even a... Oh, man, I went and played the middle of the field. Why'd I do that? Man, they're making these catches still. What am I talking about? They need to score thrice here. I made that field goal. I'm talking. It was like in my head. I was thinking of the hypothetical of if I had missed it. Like I'm playing this game right now as if I'm up 14 instead of 17. Now I'm not up 17. See, now if I had missed that field goal right now, I'd be a little nervous. Not gonna lie. But, and while it's not mathematically over, alright, Hester makes the recovery. Just don't fumble it or anything like that. Man, they call this, is that the only play they call? Let's let the time tick, don't want to get anybody hurt. And that's that. Alright, nice victory. You know, we gave up a couple of big runs, but for the most part, we kept them in check. Got those 2 picks early, and that gave us kind of set the tone. We were able to dictate the pace of the game after that, especially with a Hail Mary at the end of the half. That kind of really just took any wind out of the sails that they had, and then started the second half with a long drive that culminated in a field goal. You know, that second half, you know, the offense went to sleep a little bit, but, you know, I wouldn't say we were being ultra conservative. We were being conservative in that second half, but it worked out. 27-17 win. You know, Jeff George was the leading rusher with 28 yards. But I got a couple rushing touchdowns. You know, it was like, I ran when I needed to. Didn't get a lot on the ground again, but it is what it is. Let's take a look. Well, let's simulate the rest of the league. And then we'll take a look at the standings around the rest of the league. And the Jets beat the Bills. Are you kidding me? So that puts us in first place. How do you like them apples? We control our own destiny now. Holy shit. The Jets get the upset. The Bills are reeling here after you know, going off on a big winning streak. They lost either 2 in a row. They definitely lost 2 in a row, but I think they might have lost 3 of the last 4. So that's big. That's huge for us. So, you know, like I said, first place now. That's something I'm not used to saying, that we're in first place by ourselves. And we've already played the Bills twice, so if we win out, then the East is ours. In the Central, you got the Steelers, who are 10-3. And then, you know, like we already looked at this division earlier. Nothing changed since. The Oilers and Bengals are right, you know, behind the Steelers. There's still 3 games left, so it'd be tough for either of them to overtake Pittsburgh. But, you know, it's they're definitely fighting for playoff spots. That's for sure. And then you've got this one, which is not even worth talking about. Raiders are on top right now at 6-7, but the Seahawks and Broncos are only a game back at 5-8. It's pretty pathetic. This division is the opposite, very strong. Well, actually, the real opposite would be the AFC Central. This division is top heavy. This one has the Eagles and Cowboys, who tied each other at 10-2-1 each, with the Eagles, the Redskins right behind them. And it looks like, okay, so the Eagles have a 100-point differential versus like an 80. It's like a 79-point differential for the Cowboys. So the Cowboys would need to get some big wins to overtake the Eagles in the point differential column, or just straight up, you know, win and have the Eagles lose. Then you've got the Vikings, who should win the division soon. It's technically, you know, yeah, the Pack and Chicago are within mathematical contention, but, you know, let's face it, the Vikings are going to win that division. Although I said the same thing about the Cincinnati last year, and then they got taken over at the end. Rams and Niners are tied at 8-5 each, and the Rams have the tiebreak. Don't sleep on the Saints; they're 7-6 down there too. But Saints are on the outside looking in, and so are so are the Packers for sure, because you've got Eagles, Cowboys, and Redskins in this division, Vikings in here, and then the two top teams here. So Saints are the closest to the wild card that are on the outs at the moment. Packers and Bears, they need to get on a winning streaks. They need to win out and then get help. And so interesting stuff going on here. It's crazy. The Falcons were the team that came out hot at the beginning. The 49ers were cold. Now it's the opposite. 49ers aren't as dominant in this season as they were, last year and in Tecmo in general. But we'll see how it goes. So I'm gonna take a look at the take a quick look at the league leaders. I know that I do this usually quarterly, but since Jeff George, for example, is at the top of the QB rating list at 186, 32 touchdowns and 3 picks. The yardage is not the most. There are a few guys that have more, including Chris Miller and Brett Favre. But hey, neither of those teams are looking like playoff teams right now, so it's not all about the yards and the stats and all that shit. Receiving, I don't. Oh yeah, so Cash has the most catches. Am I right? Did I fuck that up? No. Cash is the leading receiver for the team in receptions. Rushing, I'm not even going to fucking look at. Well, let's take a look at who's leading the league. Herschel Walker for the Eagles is up at the top, followed by Thurman Thomas, Ernest Biner, Barry Foster, Emmett Smith, and Brad Muster. Punting, it has to be Ron Stark at the top all day. Yep. 58.3. Not the superhuman stats he had last year, but still good. Sacks, we're not going to be on this list. We don't get nearly enough. No. Kickoff returns. So it's average. That is the the main stat. I thought Verdon, he had some good returns there. I thought maybe, he got no, it's not different. That's Reggie Brooks, or Robert Brooks for the Packers. I thought for a second I saw Brooks maybe Bill Brooks got on there. And then punt returns. Oh, Verdon is better. Oh, so yeah, he's 11th in the league in punt returns, right behind, tied with Brooks again. He's right next to him in both stat columns. Interceptions, no, we're not going to be on here, even though we had, we just saw Baylor get a couple picks in that last game. Nobody's on the list. And then scoring, Langhorne's at 7th, tied with a few others. 16. So the leader is 20. So that's not it's 100. I'm looking at touchdowns. 120 points is the leader. Langhorne has 96. So it's not totally out of reach but I'm not gonna feed him. I'm not gonna just attempt to force feed anybody yards or anything for the sake of stats. I want to win these games, and that's the important thing. Especially after the way last season ended. This is the redemption year, so that's the only thing on my mind, is win these games. I don't give a shit about these stats. They're interesting, they're fun to look at, but it's nothing that's I'm not even at all concerned about that during the course of the games. Speaking of games, the next week's matchup is the Jets, and it's the first game on the slate. So we'll see how that one goes. We have an interesting history with them. So we'll be playing the Jets and then the Cardinals and then the Bengals. So if we can win, if we win all three of those games, we clinch the division, and we'll definitely have a first round bye. At the moment, we're looking at a 76-point differential for us. Steelers are at 60. Oh, yeah, like 50. 3. Yeah. So it's fucking late right now. Math is not something I should be doing right now at all. But it looks like, by that, if my calculations are correct, then I would have the first seed right now if the playoffs ended today. Comfortably Numb will post the stats, post that in the comments, like he does every week, or he or she. I'm not sure. I'm not gonna assume I've already fucked that one up once. Anyway, so that's it for this week. Next week it's JETS Jets. And that'll be that. So we'll see you next time.